Let's design this beautiful poster design on Canva using just your smartphone. Yes, it is doable. Hi guys, my name is Cheese Designs and I'm your number one go-to guy when it comes to beginner-friendly designs on Canva and other beginner-friendly design softwares. And in today's video, I'll be showing you a step-by-step process on how to design a poster design on Canva using just your smartphone, using just your mobile phone. It could be an iPhone, it could be an Android phone, whatever. As long as it's a mobile phone, you are good to go. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Go to your Android phone and basically just search for the Canva app. If you don't have the Canva app on your phone, you can do well to download it on your Play Store, Palm Store. If you're using an iPhone, you can go to your App Store and download the Canva app. I already have it downloaded anyway, so I don't need to download it on my phone. So I'm just going to click on it and wait for it to load. And so once you get into the Canva app, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to see all of this on your screen. You're going to see the Instagram post, poster landscape, phone wallpaper, social media, video, presentation, doc, whiteboard, website, and more. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the Instagram post. Now the reason why I'm going to be using the Instagram post is because I am going to be posting this design on Instagram, but you can use any one of your choice. You can use the poster, you can use the flyer, whichever one you choose to use. It's up to you. But for the sake of this video, I am going to be using the Instagram post. So we're going to go straight into the Instagram post and click on it. You'll see this plain whiteboard that you're going to be doing your design on, and we're going to start the design from here. So these are the fonts that I'm going to be using, and for the colors I'm going to be using this basic colors. My primary color is going to be this dark blue and yellow. Then I have my text colors, which is the white, the black, and this dark yellow. So for the elements and images used, these are the elements and images that I'm going to be using for this design. So now let's get straight into this design. The first thing I'm going to do here is go down to where we have design, elements, text, gallery, brand, uploads, draw, and so on and so forth. And the first thing I'm going to go to is I'm going to go straight into uploads. And since I already have my image downloaded here, if you don't have your image downloaded already, what you do is you go to where you have upload files, and it will take you straight into your photos, your gallery, and you just pick whatever image that you want that has been downloaded already on your phone. But for me, I already have my image uploaded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight and click on the image that I've uploaded, and what I'm going to do is click on this three dots and scroll down and go to where you have set image as background and click on it, and automatically the image becomes the background of your design. So what I'm going to do next is I'm also going to try to make this image look bluish, because I'm trying to get this, you get me? So because I'm trying to get this design, I'll go straight into where I have filters, and just pick whatever works for you. But for me, I'm going to pick color pop, and for color pop I'm going to pick X Pro. Yeah, you can pick anyone you want. You can pick this. Just, do what works for you, basically. But for this design, I'll be picking the X Pro. So now that I have that, double tap on it and zoom it a bit. Yeah, zoom it to look like this. Done. So this is what I want to achieve. So now that I have this, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to go to where I have elements. I'm going to click on this shape, this rectangle shape, and I'm going to zoom it. And for some reason, because I've done this design before, it automatically has picked the color that I want. But if the color isn't what I want, imagine that this color wasn't what I wanted, all I'm going to do is just click on where I have color, and it's just going to give me variety of colors, and I'm just going to pick the color I want. If you've saved your color in a color palette, you just pick your colors, but for me, I know the color I want, and this is the color I want. And if it's not the color, you just go to where you have saved your color and click on it, and edit the color over here. So but for me, this is the color I want, so that is perfectly fine. So I'm going to scroll down, and at the bottom and go to where you have transparency and reduce the transparency to say 72, and this is what it would look like. Go down again to where you have the design element, text, and all of that, and click on where you have elements, and it's going to take you to the elements, and you just type whatever it is you want to type. But for me, I already have what I want. Okay, what I want to pick here is the shadow, but I didn't mean I did not have the shadow already in my recently used. What I'll do is just type in shadow or blue shadow, and I have this. So I have a variety of blue shadows to pick from. Can you see that? So you just pick whatever works for you, and that's fine. But for me, I already have what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my recently used, because they're already saved there. So I'm going to pick this one here, and then bring it down a bit. What you're going to do is go back to the element again. Yes, and you're going to click on this particular blue here, shadow here, and you're going to also adjust it to fit into the design, and then you have it. So now what I'm going to do again is I'm going to reduce the transparency. So you're going to go down here again to where you have transparency and reduce it to say, yeah, perfect. We're going to impute this pink blur shadow. Yes, let's do that. So this is going to go down here. Perfect. And you duplicate this and take this other one up here. We are now going to impute the image of the pastor. So we're going to go back to where we have elements, go to where you have you recently used. Like I said, if you don't have it in your recently used, just go to your search element and just type in black man in suit, rich man, whatever it is that you want to type. Just basically get any man that's on suit that perfectly fits what you want. You are going to see it. And if you don't see what you want in your elements, you can always go to Unsplash or Free Pick and search for images and download them. But for me, I don't need to do all of that because I already have what I want in my elements. So I'm just going to go back and pick that image of the pastor, of the man in suit. So what I'm going to do now is go down again to where we have Magic Studio, and here I am going to click on Magic Studio, and it's going to take me to where we have BG Remover, magic eraser, magic grab text, magic edit. For the sake of this video, we don't need all of that. I'm going to explain all of the other ones in subsequent videos, but for now, this is the only thing we need here, the BG remover. So I'm clicking on that and just see the magic. Automatically what this does is it removes the background of that image. And so what I'm going to do is I crop it to fit what I want and then increase the size of that image. Increase the size of the image. Just adjust it to fit what you want. Okay, so now I don't want this to be at the front. I don't want this image to be like this. It doesn't look good, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the image again, go down here again, and go to where we have position. And on that position, I'm going to click on the position and take that image of my pastor backward. So I'm clicking on backward, 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 backward. Okay, backward is too much. So now you see that it's gone too backward, so I'm going to bring it forward now. Forward. And then there you have it. This is what we want. So for some reason I still have a problem with, let's take this up a bit, and let's adjust this again, the transparency. Let's increase that transparency a little bit. I think it's better like this. So now that we have this, I'm going to now go to where I have my elements again and bring in this square, and I'm going to go back to the color and change it to this color. So imagine that I don't have this color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where I have my colors and copy. I'm going to copy this, copy, go back to the design, click on the color, and just paste it here. Paste. So automatically I have my color. So but since I already have, I'm just showing you how to get the color you want. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to reduce this. So how do I get the size of this? I'm going to go to, I'd go to where I have position and go to advanced, and here I have width, height, ratio, x, y, rotate, and all of that. So I'm going to click on this width. I think the width is perfect, so I'm going to click on the height and reduce it to like 75. Perfect. So this is what I want. So I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to just go to where I have text, and I'm going to add a little bit of body text here. So I'm going to type, so I'm taking this down here. Now I'm going to click on the text and go to font to check my, okay, perfect. It's already on the font that I want, Canvas, and so I'm going to go to font size and reduce the size to say 24. So going to space it out. So I'm going to click on space. Let me go back to show you. I'm going to click on this spacing here, and where we have letter spacing, I'm going to increase it. Yes, I think this is perfect. So I'm going to zoom this in so that I can align this properly. Align this properly. you can see that it's aligned properly now. Perfect. So I am now going to go to where I have, click on that text again, go to the where you have format and click on it and make it bold. So for personal reasons, you can choose to leave this pink blur shadow if you like it. But for some personal reasons, I want to change it. So I'm going to go back to elements. And in my recently used, like I said, most of these elements are already in my recently used. So you would see this, you can see this reddish blur shadow. So I'm going to pick it and use that instead. So I'll change this, delete, then bring this down, reduce it, bring it down. So what I'm going to do now is go back down here and go to where I have position and send it backwards. Voila. So now another thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to reduce the transparency or opacity, whatever it is you want to call it, the transparency from 100 to say 73. Perfect. So I'll duplicate this and move it up. Let's delete this first of all. Delete this. Move this up here. And this is what I want. Like I said, the pink one I used earlier is also okay. If you want that, fine. You stick with that. But I just prefer this to that. So moving on, we're going to move to the next thing, which is we want to now start imputing the write-ups. Now we want to type in church. So we'll go back to text. Just look down here. You see where you have text. Perfect. So now that I have this, I'm going to change the church, the black to white. So I'll go to where I have colors down here. Basically everything you need is down here. Please you don't have any business up here except you want to download your designs or upload your designs. The only business you have is probably you made a mistake and you want to go back using this back arrow, or you want to move forward using this forward arrow. Aside that, you don't have any business up here. The only business you have is down here. So I want to change this black to white. So I'm going to click on color and change it to white. So next thing I'm going to do here is I want to put in another text, which is conference. So I will duplicate this, duplicate, and type in. I'll go down here again to where I have fonts because I want to change the font of this conference. That is not what I want. So I want to give it another font. I scroll to where I have my font and I want to change it to this moon time. I'm going to click on moon time. So I want to change the font size. I want to reduce it to say something like 114. Perfect. So I move it up here. So I want to change the color of this conference. And I'm going to move to where I have color. And I want to change it to yellow. So what I want to do is I want to add a bit of glow to this church. So what I'll do is I'll drag this conference down a bit so that I can see this properly. Then I'm going to go to where I have elements again. Then you'd see that pink blurry shadow. Click on that, the element again, and click on that yellow sun, and then just put it in the middle, zoom it down a bit. What you do now is click on that pink shadow, then click on that dot 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 upward, then go to select multiple, click on the sun, and you reduce the size, reduce it well. Go again, then take it here, let it stay in the middle of this H. You can group it. Yes, let's group it since it's grouped. So we're going to duplicate that. Duplicate, move it here, and bring it under the C. take it backwards, go down to position and shift it back, then adjust it a bit. You can zoom it to see what you're doing properly. Zoom it out. I'm going to zoom this out to see how it looks. And if you feel like it's too much or it's not giving what you want it to give, you can adjust and do whatever it is that suits you. But for me, I feel like this is perfect, so I'm going to drag this up. I want to increase this font size, so I'm going to go back to my font size, and yeah, 117 is fine. So the next thing I'm going to do is, I'll go back to text, and I'm going to go to add a subheading, and here I'm going to type in. So this Sunday, April, I want to change the font to Garrett. So the font size, I'm going to reduce the font size to 30. I'm going to change this to white, the font color to white. So I'm going to duplicate this Sunday, April, and then I'm going to type in 25. Why am I doing this? I duplicated this because I want to change the color of this 25 to something else. So I'm going to also duplicate this 25, but let's just change the color first. So the color is going to be changed to this color. Then I'm going to duplicate this 25 again, and then reduce the font size. Let's zoom this a bit, and then I'm going to type in TH and take it up here. So what I'm going to do is also reduce the font size again to see 14 is perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this, and select this, and then group them. So zoom out again so you see properly, and then move this towards the side. Zoom it out, and then go to text again. Go to where we have text, and then let's add a subheading. So here I'm going to type in TRCM presents. So I'm going to reduce the font size to 25. Yes. So now I'm going to go to where I have spacing, and then space the letters. So take it up. I'm going to change the color to white, and then bring this down. Zoom it in. Let's align this. Okay. We're going to go back to text again and add in a subheading again and type in special guest. I'm going to go to font and make it glacial in the front, and then I'm going to reduce the font size to 25. I'm going to change the color to white and align it. Okay. Zoom it in to see properly and move it up a bit. So we'll duplicate this and then write in Maurice Samuel to change the color to yellow, and then increase the font size to 35, and then the spacing to 88. So this is perfect. Add text again, but this time you're going to add a little bit of body text. Change the fonts to Glacier Indifference, then I'm going to reduce the font size to 22 and bring this down here. Yeah, so I'll duplicate it, bring this down, and then change this to I'm going to reduce this to 20. So I'm almost done with this design, but I just want to do one last thing before I end the design. So I'm going to go to my elements, and here in my elements I'm going to go to my recently used, because everything is already in my recently used. I'm going to go there and I'm going to pick this bird, this dove. I'm going to pick it, and the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down to my Magic Studio down here, and I'm going to remove the background. So I'm going to reduce it, and then I'm going to reduce the transparency. And so we have come to the end of this video. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do well to subscribe to my channel so that when I post relatable content like this, you will be the first to be notified. So until next time, take care and bye.